Howdy guys, welcome back to another one. We're doing this one outside today just because I felt like sitting outside. Anyway, what we're doing is putting together a 1 3/8 ounce assembly of steel shot, it's BB 180 caliber in 3.5 inch 12 gauge. Now we are using the Clay and Game fiber shot cup for this one right here. In a lot of places around the world, you can no longer use plastic wads for a lot of things, most things, unfortunately. But yeah, Clay and Game has these fiber shot cups out now to replace plastic wads, and they hold up just fine with steel. People have been using them for a few years now, and they are working great. The reason this one is kind of ragged on top is because this started out as a 55mm wad, and for the recipe I'm using, you need a 48 to 50mm wad. This is 49mm. I split the difference, and it seems to be the right length anyway for a 1 3/8 ounce assembly of, BB steel. So data on these things is very limited. However, I did find one published recipe, and it calls for this stuff right here. Oh yeah, the number of the day is 40. The original number was 39, but I wanted, round up to 40. Seems to be a good spot to be. Velocity on this should be about 1350 in that area. So the components are a brand new primed Shadot Hall CX2000 primer, obviously. A 3mm nitro card. This is the Maxi nitro card. It's my favorite kind of nitro card, actually. They seem a little bit more durable than the regular one. We are using for filler inside of the fiber shot cup 2 sections of a 24 gauge nitro card. These come in sections of 3. I tore off one section. That is to bring up stack height to where it needs to be, and it'll also add a little bit more rigidity to the bottom of the fiber shot cup. These things they're just sort of crimped, and if you push hard enough through it, you can actually open that up. So I want a little bit more rigidity inside the bottom of that shot cup, so a nitro card it is. Normally when I'm putting stuff together, I like to use cushion wads, felt, fiber, cork, but most steel shot assemblies don't use a cushion wad of any kind, so I'm not going to bother with it here. And then we have 1 3/8 ounces of steel BB 180 caliber. So how this is going to go together, we have our mysterious dust in there, the 3mm nitro card, again that is the Maxi nitro card, our fiber wad, again 48 to 50mm, this one is 49, right down the middle. And I do want to mention, normally I would show me trimming the wads on camera, but I had to do it with scissors. I normally would use Gary Caskey's wad trimmers. However, those they don't seem to cooperate with the fiber shot cups. These things are really heavy duty, and I could not get it to cut evenly or really at all with Gary's cutters. I'm not sure what it is, so I just did it with scissors. It's not the most even job in the world, but it's not bad. It don't have to be perfect, and this will need to be slit 4 3-petal. I like to do 3/4 cut. You can do 2 if you want to, but the recommended is 4 slits, so I'll be doing a 4 slit on it. Inside that, once again, is our nitro card and then our shot, and we're doing a 6-point fold crimp on this. We're not using any buffer, no need for an overshot card. You will need a press to compress it all together after you get this mysterious dust inside the hull. Nitro card, compress it with your press, then we set our wad in, nitro card, give it a little bit more compression, make sure everything is packed in there tight. This is Alliance steel, it does like some compression. It's a very slow burning powder, and again, you just want everything tight with Alliance steel. And well, that's really it, guys. Let me get the wad slitter and we'll get this started. So these things are really hard to slit, even with a knife or a box cutter. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with one hand out here, but we'll give it a shot. Yep, that's not happening. That's tough. Wow. So now you see why I was saying that, Gary's wad trimmers don't really work with these. I was afraid it was going to break the blade off the shaft of the cutter, but we have it slit now. Let's move on. We have our mysterious dust down inside the hull. Now we just need a 3mm nitro card. That is what the data calls for, is 3 mil. Get that in there. Now we take our fiber shot cup, seat it on top of that, and push it down the best we can with our finger. I did forget to bring a wad tamper out here, but once you got that in there, you do want to add some compression to it after you add the 24 gauge nitro card. Of course, 24 gauge is the proper fit for these. As you can see, the 20 gauge is a little bit too big. The data calls for 28, but I tried that and it's actually too small. The 24 gauge seems to be the exact right fit, and it is in there kind of lopsided, but I'll fix that. Okay, so I have everything in there all packed down nice and tight. You can see our wad is sitting a little bit lower now. It's actually at the right height for a fold crimp. Now we need to dump in our shot. Again, this is 1 3/8 ounces of BB 18 caliber 180. Now you'll notice whenever these go in here, a few of them actually appear to be overstacking the wad, and they are. But once you settle it in, I just shake it like this. Settle it in and then push them down with a wad tamper or whatever you have to do that with. They'll all be inside that shot cup. It is full though. You cannot get any more than 1 3/8 ounces in that shot cup. You can use the 55mm wad if you want to roll crimp, and you might be able to get close to 1.5 ounces, but I had not tried that. Okay, so now you can see all of it is inside the shot cup. During setback, that'll obviously set back even more into the hull, into the wad. Now, we are doing a 6-point fold crimp on this, on the Lee-Lodahl, which I'll do inside. Sorry guys, I'll have to do that off camera today. But the data says this is, I think it was 831 bar or something like that for PSI. I don't know what that translates into for, you know, how we measure pressure, but it was like 808, 831, something like that. I can't remember either one of the two for the pressure. I haven't bothered to look that up, and I probably won't. Just being honest. I do also want to mention that BB is the biggest size you can get in this recipe. I did try triple B and it was overstacking the wad by quite a bit, so that one's a no-go. You can probably do it if you roll crimp this with the 55mm wad. Yeah, that might work out, but again, I haven't tried it out yet. But I'll keep you guys updated. Before we crimp this, the subscriber that actually sent these is now sending us the 48mm version. So be expecting more videos with these fiber shot cups in the future. Obviously, we'll do buckshot, turkey, shells. Can't say the L word. Hey, there's a fly. Get out of my shell. You guys see him in there? He's just hanging out. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and crimp this now. Should look really nice. All right, and here it is all done up. I went a little bit deeper with the gap on this because, once again, this is Alliance steel, and it does like a little bit more compression, being packed in there a little bit tighter. So yeah, really nice crimp on it, pretty even. That is just a combo of a Rabasator and a Lee-Lodahl, and a Got BN2 to finish the crimp. Very, very nice taper. I hope you guys can see that out here in this really bright light. So we are doing a range video on these, so be on the lookout for that. If not, post it at the same day and time this one goes live. But this one has BB in it, 1 3/8 ounce of BB. Another one will have just straight number 3 steel, 1 3/8 ounces, and then the third shot will have a mix of 1 3/8 ounce, or sorry, a mix of the 3 steel and BB. So a duplex. That one should be pretty interesting. If I would have thought about it, I would have done that one for the, well, this kind of video, not the straight, you know, BBs. But anyway, guys, there it is. Pretty nice looking shell. I hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah, be on the lookout for the range video. I'm pretty excited to do them. These fiber wads do kind of disintegrate whenever you fire them, we have come to find out. At least the 10 gauge ones did, and from what I've seen on YouTube, the 12 gauge ones do as well. But I think I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.